Welcome to our tribute video, where we honor those who have left a lasting mark on our hearts and the world of wrestling. Today, we celebrate their incredible journeys, reflect on their unforgettable contributions, and cherish the memories they've given us. We'll also discuss the recent struggles of WWE star John Cena, whose situation has deeply touched fans everywhere. Join us in remembering their legacies and keeping their stories alive. Subscribe now to be part of a community that celebrates and supports these remarkable icons. Chris Candido, born on March 21, 1972, in New Brunswick, New Jersey, was a gifted and charismatic professional wrestler who quickly became a standout figure in the industry. His journey into the wrestling world began in the early 1990s, where he gained recognition on the independent circuit. Candido's impressive athleticism and versatility earned him spots in some of the biggest wrestling promotions of the era. In 1995, he made his debut with Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW, a promotion known for its edgy and high-energy content. Candido's time in ECW solidified his reputation, particularly through his involvement in the iconic Triple Threat faction alongside Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow. His high-flying, technically sound style and commitment to delivering thrilling matches made him one of the promotion's most celebrated talents. Candido's career didn't stop there. He went on to appear in both World Wrestling Federation, WWF, and World Championship Wrestling, WCW, where he showcased his ability as both a singles competitor and a tag team specialist. His crowning achievement came when he won the WWF Light Heavyweight Championship, a testament to his skill in fast-paced, high-intensity matches. Tragically, Candido's promising career was cut short when he passed away on April 28, 2005, at the age of 33. His death came just days after undergoing surgery for a torn triceps muscle, a seemingly routine procedure. However, complications from the surgery led to acute pneumonia, which ultimately caused his untimely death. The wrestling world was left in shock, as Candido was seen as a talent with a bright future. His loss was deeply felt by his fans, friends, and family, and his legacy lives on, both in the memories of his contributions to wrestling and in the lasting influence he has had on aspiring wrestlers. Don Serrano, born on July 6, 1961, was a professional wrestler who gained recognition for his performances in regional promotions across the United States during the 1980s and early 1990s. From a young age, Serrano was captivated by the world of wrestling, inspired by the larger-than-life characters he saw on TV. He dedicated himself to training, refining his wrestling skills, and developing a compelling persona that would resonate with audiences. Making his debut in the early 1980s, Serrano quickly drew attention for his athleticism and charismatic presence. Competing in numerous independent promotions, he built a reputation as an energetic performer capable of blending technical wrestling with high-flying maneuvers. His ability to connect with the crowd helped set him apart, and he became known for his versatility in the ring. Over the course of his career, Serrano faced off with several notable wrestlers, contributing to the vibrant wrestling scene of the time. He also found success in tag team matches, where his chemistry with partners made a lasting impact. While he may not have reached the same level of fame as some of his peers, his dedication to the sport left a mark on both fans and fellow wrestlers. After retiring from active competition, Serrano shifted to a mentorship role, helping train aspiring wrestlers. He was well respected for his commitment to the next generation of talent, sharing his knowledge and experiences to help others succeed. Don Serrano passed away in 2025 at the age of 63. His death was attributed to complications related to heart disease, which he had struggled with in recent years. His passing marked the loss of a respected figure in the wrestling community, and his contributions, both in the ring and as a mentor, continue to be remembered fondly. Nikolai Volkov, born Josip Peruzovich on October 14, 1947, was a professional wrestler whose legacy is deeply tied to the Cold War-era rivalries that dominated the wrestling world during the 1970s and 1980s. Known for his role as a Soviet villain, Volkov's imposing stature, standing over 6 feet tall and weighing over 300 pounds, made him an unforgettable character in WWE, then WWF. His persona, a fierce Soviet loyalist who would often sing the Soviet national anthem before his matches, was crafted to ignite the ire of American audiences at the height of political tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union. This portrayal made him one of the most despised villains, heels, in wrestling history. Despite the character he portrayed, Volkov was far from the heartless antagonist he appeared to be on screen. Behind the scenes, he was known for his professionalism, discipline, and kindness. A man who had fled communist Yugoslavia, Volkov had a deep respect for the freedoms he found in the United States and cherished the opportunities the country provided. His love for his craft and his fellow wrestlers made him a beloved figure backstage. Volkov's partnership with the Iron Sheik, another notorious villain of the era, proved to be a dominant force in WWE, culminating in their victory as WWE Tag Team Champions, further cementing his place in the annals of wrestling history. Sadly, Volkov passed away on July 29, 2018, at the age of 70. His death was attributed to heart and kidney failure, which he had been struggling with in his later years. Nevertheless, his contributions to professional wrestling, particularly in shaping the iconic role of the villain, remain an indelible part of the sport's legacy. Kay Noble, born on October 15, 1940, in New York City, was a trailblazer in the world of women's professional wrestling during the 1950s and 1960s. With her athletic prowess and undeniable charisma, she quickly rose to prominence, becoming one of the sport's early stars and setting a foundation for future generations of female wrestlers. Noble's wrestling style was a unique blend of technical ability and vibrant showmanship, making her a favorite among fans who admired her captivating presence inside the ring. Throughout her illustrious career, Noble competed in top wrestling promotions such as the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, and various regional circuits, where she faced off against some of the best in the industry. Known for her fierce competitive spirit and her ability to connect with audiences, she earned respect not only from fans but also from her peers. Noble frequently participated in high-profile matches, playing a pivotal role in elevating the visibility and status of women in wrestling during a time when the sport was predominantly male-dominated. Tragically, Kay Noble's life was cut short when she passed away at the age of 40 in 1981. Her cause of death was reported to be complications from breast cancer, a battle that she faced quietly but courageously. Despite her untimely passing, her legacy in the wrestling world remains profound. Noble was a pioneer who fought for recognition and respect for women wrestlers, helping to pave the way for future generations of female athletes. Her story continues to inspire countless women, emphasizing the power of resilience, determination, and breaking through barriers in a male-dominated industry. Noble's contributions to professional wrestling are celebrated, and she is remembered as a cherished figure in the sport's history. Big Dick Dudley, born Richard A. Herring in 1968, was a memorable figure in the world of professional wrestling, especially known for his time in Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW, during the late 1990s. As part of the iconic Dudley family, Big Dick was one of several members who helped shape the group's wild and chaotic reputation in the ring. The Dudleys were infamous for their extreme and often brutal matches, and Big Dick, with his larger-than-life persona and towering physique, became a standout character in the faction. He made his debut in the wrestling world in the early 90s and quickly gained popularity among fans for his hardcore wrestling style. He wasn't afraid to take on grueling bumps and engage in vicious, high-stakes matches that became synonymous with ECW's edgy brand. His willingness to push the limits made him a favorite among the fans who loved the hardcore, no-holds-barred action that ECW was known for. Whether it was his physical presence or his larger-than-life antics, Big Dick was a force to be reckoned with in the ring. However, behind the tough exterior, Big Dick struggled with personal demons, including battles with addiction. His personal challenges took a toll on his life and ultimately contributed to his premature passing at just 34 years old. The cause of death was reported as complications related to his struggles with addiction, which tragically ended his promising career far too soon. Big Dick's death in 2002 left a void in the wrestling community, as he was remembered not only for his unforgettable contributions to ECW, but also for the mark he left on the fans and his fellow wrestlers. His legacy lives on, as a reminder of the wild and unpredictable nature of the wrestling world, particularly during its most innovative and groundbreaking years. Giant Haystacks, born Shirley Crabtree on November 3rd, 1946, was a towering figure in British professional wrestling, renowned for both his imposing physical presence and his larger-than-life persona. Standing at 6 feet 11 inches and weighing approximately 600 pounds at the height of his career, he became an iconic figure in the UK wrestling scene during the 1970s and 1980s. His distinctive appearance, marked by long hair, a thick beard, and his signature ring attire, made him an unforgettable figure to fans across the country. Crabtree's wrestling career began in the early 1960s, with initial appearances in the United States under various ring names. However, it was in the United Kingdom that he truly rose to prominence, becoming a central figure in the British wrestling circuit, particularly through his association with the Joint Promotions Organization. His most famous rivalries, notably with other wrestling legends such as Big Daddy and Kendo Nagasaki, captivated audiences, drawing large crowds to arenas across the country. Beyond his sheer strength, Giant Haystacks was celebrated for his charisma and showmanship. His matches were known for their theatrical drama, as well as his ability to engage and excite the audience, earning him a devoted fan base. After retiring from active competition in the late 1990s, Haystacks made occasional appearances on television, continuing to enjoy popularity for his contributions to the sport. Unfortunately, his life was cut short when he passed away on February 4th, 1998, just one day after his 52nd birthday. The cause of death was complications related to his long battle with kidney failure, a condition that had affected his health in the years leading up to his passing. Despite his untimely death, Haystacks' legacy endures, and he remains one of the most influential figures in British wrestling history, inspiring future generations of wrestlers. Giant Gustav, born on April 25, 1961, was a distinguished professional wrestler renowned for his imposing physical stature and exceptional abilities in the ring. Standing over 7 feet tall and weighing approximately 400 pounds, Gustav quickly became a dominant figure in the wrestling world. His career, which spanned several decades, saw him compete across numerous wrestling promotions, where he showcased a remarkable blend of strength, agility, and athleticism that defied expectations for someone of his size. One of Gustav's most notable contributions to professional wrestling was his captivating presence in tag team matches, where his surprising speed and technical prowess stood in contrast to his size. His larger-than-life persona, coupled with his natural charisma, endeared him to fans and cemented his place as a beloved figure within the wrestling community. Over the course of his career, he captured numerous championships, solidifying his status as one of the sport's most formidable competitors. However, despite his success in the ring, Gustav faced significant health challenges outside of it. His extraordinary size, while advantageous in many aspects of wrestling, led to various physical issues, including joint problems and cardiovascular complications. These health concerns significantly impacted his ability to maintain his career at the highest level, contributing to the premature decline of his wrestling tenure. Giant Gustav passed away on October 6, 2019, at the age of 58. His cause of death was attributed to complications related to heart failure, a condition exacerbated by his obesity and previous health issues. Though his career was cut short, Gustav's influence on the world of professional wrestling remains undeniable. His legacy endures, inspiring future generations of wrestlers and continuing to entertain fans worldwide. His contributions to the sport and his enduring spirit are remembered fondly by those who admired his work both in and out of the ring. Tarzan Goto, born on August 16, 1963, was a celebrated professional wrestler from Japan who captured the hearts of fans with his electrifying in-ring skills and magnetic personality. Tragically, he passed away on November 13, 2021, at the age of 58 due to complications from a heart attack, leaving behind an unforgettable legacy in the world of wrestling. Goto's wrestling career took off in the late 1980s, where he quickly made a name for himself in top promotions like New Japan Pro Wrestling, NJPW, and All Japan Pro Wrestling, AJPW. Known for his combination of agility, power, and impressive high-flying moves, Goto was a versatile performer who could seamlessly shift from aerial maneuvers to powerful strikes, thrilling audiences with every match. His ability to connect with fans was unparalleled, earning him a devoted following. Throughout his career, Goto secured several prestigious titles, proving his skill and hard work in the ring. He was especially revered for his contributions to tag team wrestling, where his chemistry with partners further solidified his status in the industry. His dedication to the craft wasn't just about the spotlight. Goto also took great pride in mentoring younger wrestlers, passing on his wisdom and passion to the next generation. Beyond his athletic achievements, Goto's infectious enthusiasm and generosity were key aspects of his legacy. Fellow wrestlers and fans alike remember him as much for his kindness and willingness to share his knowledge as for his impressive matches. His death marked a huge loss for the wrestling world, but Tarzan Goto's influence and spirit continue to live on. His legacy endures, not only through his unforgettable matches, but also in the countless wrestlers who were inspired by his commitment to the sport. John Felix Anthony Cena Jr. is more than just a professional wrestler. He is an icon, a symbol of perseverance, and one of the most extraordinary athletes to ever grace the squared circle. Over the span of more than 2 decades in WWE, Cena has captivated audiences with his larger-than-life persona, unmatched physicality, and perhaps most importantly, his enduring spirit. Known for his unparalleled strength, endurance, and a never-give-up attitude, Cena's legacy within WWE is as much about his heart and work ethic as it is about his accomplishments in the ring. Yet, behind his heroic feats lies a far more complex reality. Cena's body has borne the brunt of the physical toll of professional wrestling, a sport that demands extreme sacrifices. This is a story of not just triumphs, but also of the immense personal challenges Cena has had to overcome to maintain his position as one of the most resilient athletes in WWE history. John Cena's journey, a career defined by resilience. From his early days in WWE, Cena's journey has been one marked by relentless hard work and an unwavering commitment to his craft. In the 2000s, Cena rose through the ranks of WWE, initially gaining attention with his character, the Doctor of Thugonomics, a trash-talking, rap-spitting persona that quickly made him a fan favorite. His rise was meteoric, and by 2005, Cena became the face of WWE, carrying the company through an era defined by his charisma, strength, and in-ring ability. Cena's relentless drive not only propelled him to the top of WWE, but also ensured that he would leave a lasting imprint on the wrestling world for generations to come. Yet, this meteoric success did not come without significant personal cost. While Cena has certainly experienced the highs of professional wrestling, the title victories, the accolades, and the adoration of millions of fans, he has also endured the lows. Injuries, chronic conditions, and the constant physical demands of wrestling have presented Cena with obstacles that would have sidelined many others. Despite these trials, Cena has consistently defied expectations, returning from injuries faster than medically possible, often leaving his fans in awe of his ability to overcome adversity. Understanding Cena's lordosis, a chronic spinal condition. One of the lesser-known but critical aspects of Cena's health challenges is his struggle with lordosis, a chronic spinal condition that has affected his ability to perform at his best. Lordosis is characterized by an excessive inward curvature of the spine, particularly in the lower back, which can lead to pain, discomfort, and a greater risk of injury. For someone in Cena's line of work, where lifting, high-impact maneuvers, and fast movements are everyday occurrences, the challenges posed by lordosis are far from trivial. The effects of lordosis can range from mild discomfort to severe pain, and it can also lead to muscle imbalances, placing additional strain on the lower back and other parts of the body. In Cena's case, the condition has required constant management. Despite the toll it takes on his body, Cena has refused to let lordosis define him or impede his career. Instead, he has worked tirelessly with physiotherapists, trainers, and medical professionals to ensure that his body remains as close to peak performance as possible, despite the significant challenges posed by this condition. Although lordosis itself is not an injury, it increases the risk of further damage to the spine, particularly in a high-contact sport like professional wrestling. This means that Cena's back is constantly under stress, and any misstep or excessive strain could result in a more severe injury. However, Cena's ability to adapt his training regimen to account for his spinal condition is a testament to his resilience and determination. Through targeted exercises, therapy, and lifestyle adjustments, Cena has been able to continue performing at an elite level, despite the limitations his spinal curvature presents. Major injuries. Overcoming obstacles. Beyond lordosis, John Cena's career has been punctuated by a series of major injuries that have tested his physical and mental fortitude. Some of these injuries have been catastrophic, requiring surgery and extensive rehabilitation, but each time Cena has managed to make a remarkable recovery. These injuries, and the way Cena has bounced back from them, form a significant part of his legacy as one of the most resilient athletes in WWE history. Torn pectoral muscle, 2007. One of the most memorable injuries of Cena's career came in 2007 when he suffered a torn pectoral muscle during a match against Mr. Kennedy on Raw. The injury was severe, with Cena's pectoral muscle completely torn from the bone, a devastating injury that would sideline most athletes for a long period of time. However, true to form, Cena did not let the injury prevent him from continuing his storyline. In fact, after the match, Cena was attacked by Randy Orton, continuing the angle despite being visibly injured. The diagnosis was grim, a complete tear of the pectoral muscle, which required surgery. Doctors estimated that Cena would be out of action for up to a year, a devastating blow for both Cena and WWE. But in a stunning turn of events, Cena defied expectations and returned to the ring in just 4 months, at the 2008 Royal Rumble, shocking the WWE Universe with his resilience. This early comeback set the tone for the rest of Cena's career, cementing his reputation for overcoming the impossible. Neck injury and surgery, 2008. Later in 2008, Cena faced another major setback when he sustained a herniated disc in his neck during a match with Batista at SummerSlam. The injury was severe, threatening to end Cena's career prematurely. Doctors were concerned that the disc was pressing against Cena's spinal cord, which could have resulted in permanent damage. Surgery was required to remove a large fragment of the disc and relieve the pressure on his spine. Given the seriousness of the injury, it was expected that Cena would be out of action for months, if not longer. Once again, Cena defied the odds. He returned to the ring just 3 months later at Survivor Series, much earlier than anticipated. His quick recovery was a testament to his extraordinary physical condition and determination to return to action. Cena's ability to overcome such a serious injury solidified his reputation as one of the most resilient superstars in the history of professional wrestling. Elbow injury and surgery, 2013. In 2013, Cena faced another obstacle in the form of a lingering elbow injury. The injury, which involved a buildup of fluid in the elbow joint, caused significant swelling and discomfort, making it increasingly difficult for Cena to perform at his best. Despite the pain, Cena continued to wrestle, showing the world that he was willing to endure physical hardship for the sake of his fans and his career. However, as the condition worsened, surgery became unavoidable. During the procedure, doctors removed several pieces of floating bone and drained excess fluid from the elbow. Afterward, Cena took time off to recover, but once again, he returned to action ahead of schedule. His ability to recover so quickly further cemented his reputation as one of the toughest competitors in WWE. Torn rotator cuff, 2016. In early 2016, Cena faced perhaps the most challenging injury of his career when he tore his rotator cuff, a particularly troublesome injury for wrestlers. The rotator cuff plays a crucial role in shoulder stability and range of motion, and a tear in this area can severely limit a wrestler's ability to perform basic moves. Doctors recommended surgery, with an expected recovery time of 6 to 9 months. True to form, Cena once again defied medical expectations. He returned to action in just a few months, much earlier than anyone thought possible. His ability to recover from such a major injury at this stage of his career only added to his mythos as a superstar who could overcome any obstacle. Recent health concerns. A continued fight. As Cena continues his wrestling career and transitions into Hollywood, his health remains a topic of concern for fans and professionals alike. In recent years, Cena has faced new health issues that have added to the physical toll of his career. Notably, Cena has been dealing with more frequent flare-ups of his lordosis, which have led to increased back pain and discomfort. These episodes have forced Cena to adapt his training and performance routines, incorporating more recovery time between matches and adjusting his in-ring style to minimize strain on his back. Additionally, as Cena continues to age, the cumulative effects of his injuries have become more apparent. While he still competes in select WWE matches, his appearances have become less frequent, and he has taken on more roles outside of wrestling, particularly in Hollywood, where his career as an actor continues to flourish. His transition to acting has been successful, but Cena's commitment to wrestling and his fans remains unwavering, even if his in-ring presence is more sporadic. The resilience of John Cena, a legacy of overcoming adversity. What sets John Cena apart from many other athletes is not just his physical strength or technical prowess in the ring, but his unrelenting will to overcome adversity. Whether it's battling through injuries, managing a chronic condition like lordosis, or continuing to perform at a high level. Despite the physical toll, Cena's career is defined by resilience. He has become a symbol of toughness, determination, and the ability to push through pain and setbacks. Cena's success is also attributed to his meticulous approach to rehabilitation and recovery. Working with top-tier medical professionals, adhering to strict physical therapy regimens, and employing cutting-edge recovery techniques, Cena has managed to extend his wrestling career far longer than most would have expected. His dedication to his craft and his fans is unparalleled, and his work ethic has set a standard for future generations of WWE superstars. Conclusion: the enduring spirit of John Cena. John Cena's legacy in WWE is marked by his strength, his spirit, and his ability to overcome obstacles that would have sidelined lesser athletes. His career is not just a story of triumphs in the ring, but also a testament to the power of resilience. From the challenges of lordosis to the major injuries that have threatened to end his career, Cena has proven time and again that he will never give up, no matter the physical cost. As Cena enters the later stages of his wrestling career and continues to expand his horizons in Hollywood, his influence on WWE and the wider world of entertainment will undoubtedly endure. His mantra, "Never give up," will continue to inspire millions, reminding us all that with enough determination and hard work, anything is possible. John Cena's story is far from over, and it will always be defined by his unwavering will to overcome, adapt, and excel.